Welcome the Lord's chosen. You were never meant to simply live and die. You were meant to transcend. What if I told you that everything you know about life, death, and your place in the universe is only a fragment of the truth? That the very essence of who you are isn't confined to your flesh, bones, and name? Here's the kicker. Science already suggests that the energy in your body, the very particles that make up you, can neither be created nor destroyed. In other words, immortality isn't some mystical dream, it's quantum reality waiting for you to remember. But here's the catch. Most people spend their lives acting like cosmic tourists, collecting baggage they can't take with them, while chosen ones like you are destined for something much greater. You're not here to survive the rat race or to die paying off a mortgage. You're here to evolve from human to light, from limited to infinite. And don't worry, this isn't some boring spiritual seminar where someone tells you to think positive or manifest abundance with a cheesy smile. No, this is the real deal. Raw, unapologetic, and maybe even a little unsettling. You're not just a human trying to have a spiritual experience. You are light, cloaked in human form, and it's time to shed the disguise. Ready to remember who you really are? Let's step into the eternal. Number 1, the paradox of mortality. Your death is the illusion. What if death is the biggest lie you've ever believed? The world tells you that life ends when the body stops functioning, but the truth is far stranger. What you call death is not an end, it's a transition. Your essence, your consciousness is not bound by the limitations of the body. You are like light passing through a prism. Your physical form is just one spectrum of the infinite energy you carry. When the body fades, the light that you are simply shifts into a new state. Think about it. Everything around you, from the air you breathe to the stars in the sky, is made of energy. Science has confirmed this energy is eternal, constantly changing forms but never disappearing. You are no different. You are not the body. You are the force that animates it. Death is just the illusion that comes from identifying too much with the vessel and forgetting the light that drives it. If you've ever felt that nagging sense that you're more than flesh and bone, you're right. That feeling is your soul whispering to you, reminding you of your true nature. The world may try to convince you otherwise. It builds fear around the idea of death because fear keeps people small and controllable. But chosen ones see through the illusion. They understand that life and death are two sides of the same coin, a rhythm of expansion and transformation. When you let go of the fear of death, something incredible happens. You stop merely existing and you start being. You realize that what you've always feared isn't real. Death doesn't take you away, it sets you free. You're not a human being trying to live forever. You're eternal light, temporarily walking the earth. Number 2, time is a cage for the unawakened. Time feels like a trap, doesn't it? It drags when you're stuck in something boring and flies when you're happy. But here's the truth. Time isn't real. It's a construct. A way for humans to measure change in a physical world. For most people, it becomes a cage, binding them to the fear of running out of moments, always chasing something or clinging to what's already gone. But chosen ones don't live like that. They realize time is an illusion that only holds power if you believe in it. Think about this. Clocks measure time, but they don't create it. The ticking hands on a watch don't define your existence. You've been taught to think of life as a straight line, a beginning, a middle, and an end. But chosen ones know life is more like a sphere, with all moments existing simultaneously. The past, present, and future aren't separate. They're layers of the same infinite now. When you wake up to this truth, everything changes. You stop worrying about deadlines and what ifs. You stop defining yourself by what you've done or what might happen tomorrow. You start being fully in the moment because that's all there ever is. And here's the magic. When you step out of the linear mindset, you don't just live in the now, you begin to master it. Time bends for you. You can stretch it, compress it, or even step outside of it altogether. The unawakened live like prisoners to the clock, watching it tick away their lives. But chosen ones break free. They walk through life with a deeper understanding. The eternal isn't something you wait for. It's here, right now, and it's yours to embrace. Number 3, your body is a bridge between dimensions. Your body isn't just flesh and bones, it's a bridge. It's the link between what you see and what you can't see, between the physical world and the limitless energy beyond it. Most people think of their bodies as a cage, something that traps them in pain, decay, and limitation. But the chosen ones understand something deeper. The body isn't a prison, it's a portal. Inside you, there's a force far greater than biology can explain. It's the energy that keeps your heart beating and your mind alive. Science calls it electricity or bioenergy, but it's much more than that. It's a piece of the infinite, vibrating at a frequency slow enough to form matter. Your body is the vessel that allows this energy to interact with the physical world, like a lightning rod channeling power from the heavens to the earth. Chosen ones recognize this and learn how to master it. They understand that their body isn't just theirs, it's a tool of creation. Every thought, every emotion sends ripples through the fabric of existence. When you align your energy with your higher self, your body becomes a conduit for miracles. You can heal, manifest, and expand, not because you're escaping the human experience, but because you're embracing it fully. The physical and spiritual aren't separate, they're intertwined, and your body is proof of that. When you treat it as sacred, when you feed it not just with food, but with purpose, you unlock its true potential. You begin to feel the subtle connection between your breath, your energy, and the universe itself. You're no longer bound by the limitations of the material world because you're living as both the bridge and the light that flows through it. Number 4, the frequency of light, the true language of creation. Language as we know it is only a tool, words stitched together to convey meaning, often falling short of what we truly feel or know. But for the chosen ones, communication transcends words. It becomes something purer, more potent, the frequency of light. Every thought you have, every emotion you emit carries a unique vibration. These vibrations ripple through the quantum field, altering the very fabric of reality. Think about it. Long before humans learned to speak, existence communicated in energy. Stars don't talk, yet they emit light that travels for billions of years, carrying information across galaxies. Trees don't speak, but they vibrate with life, interacting with their surroundings in ways science is only beginning to grasp. The chosen ones return to this original language where communication isn't limited by sound but is carried on waves of intention and energy. When you ascend, your thoughts and intentions stop being private whispers locked inside your mind. They become an energetic signature, visible to the universe. Every thought sends out a frequency like a radio station broadcasting a signal. Positive, aligned thoughts vibrate higher, attracting similar frequencies. Fear, doubt, or negativity vibrate lower, drawing chaotic or stagnant energy. This is not metaphorical, it's the very structure of how creation works. Chosen ones know this, and they refine their energy like an artist fine-tunes their craft. They don't rely on the clumsy mechanics of spoken language to create or connect. They align their intentions with the light within, allowing their frequency to shape the world around them. In this way, communication becomes instantaneous and multidimensional. Every action, thought, and emotion carries meaning, weaving a symphony of light that echoes through the quantum field. Creation itself responds because it always has. It's been waiting for you to remember. Number 5, immortality is not survival, it's transcendence. Immortality isn't about dodging death or clinging to existence. That's the ego's game, obsessing over survival, fearing the end, and grasping at anything that gives a sense of permanence. But true immortality isn't about staying alive forever. It's about transcending the very idea of death. For the chosen ones, life is not a race against time, it's a process of becoming, a journey through infinite layers of awareness. The ego fears death because it can't comprehend what lies beyond it. It sees endings as failures, interruptions, or losses. But the chosen ones know that every end is really a transition, a door opening into something greater. The human experience is a single chapter in an endless story, a snapshot in a continuum that stretches far beyond what the mind can grasp. To be immortal means understanding that you are not the body, not the thoughts, not even the personality. You are the awareness behind it all, eternal and unshakable. This awareness doesn't just survive, it expands. Each transformation, each death in the physical or metaphorical sense, is like shedding an old skin. You let go of what no longer serves you, releasing the illusions and attachments that weighed you down. In doing so, you rise to a higher state of being. This is transcendence, not escaping life, but embracing its infinite possibilities. When you stop clinging to survival, you stop fearing change. You stop resisting growth. You stop viewing death as an end and start seeing it as a sacred passage. Immortality isn't about holding on to the physical. It's about realizing you were never confined by it in the first place. It's freedom, expansion, and the ultimate remembrance of who you truly are. Number 6, you were never human first. You were always light. You were never human first. Long before your body took form, before you were given a name or a history, you were light. Not a metaphorical light or something symbolic, but the pure essence of creation itself. As a chosen one, you didn't arrive on earth to find divinity. You already are divine, and humanity is the role you chose to play in this grand cosmic dance. This changes everything. The struggles, the pain, the questions about why life can be so difficult, these aren't punishments or accidents. They are part of the experience you willingly stepped into, knowing it would catalyze your growth and help awaken others. Your descent into density, into the physical, is like a star collapsing into a seed. From that seed, something extraordinary grows, the remembrance of who you truly are. Humanity isn't your identity, it's your mission. You didn't come here to get lost in the illusion of separation, though that's often part of the process. You came to weave light into the fabric of this world, to help others see that they too are not just bodies living out temporary lives. Every challenge, every moment of joy or sorrow serves as a reminder or a lesson, pulling you back toward the truth of your infinite nature. As light, you are eternal and boundless. You only feel confined because you're temporarily wrapped in human form. But this form is not a limitation, it's an opportunity. It allows you to anchor divinity into the physical realm, to bridge the gap between worlds. You were never meant to become light. You've always been it. Humanity is just the stage where your light shines, where you illuminate the path for yourself and those around you. Number 7, your pain was the signal, not the curse. Pain is a language most people don't want to speak, but for the chosen ones, it's the very thing that breaks the spell of illusion. It's not a curse or a punishment, even though it feels unbearable in the moment. Pain is a signal, a raw, unfiltered reminder that something within you is ready to transform. It shakes you, forces you to question everything you've been taught, and pushes you to look deeper, beyond the surface of your human experience. The truth is, pain has a purpose. It cracks the illusions we cling to: permanence, comfort, identity. When you suffer, it feels like the ground beneath you has been ripped away. But that's the point. Pain strips you of what is false, of what was never meant to last. It burns away the distractions and brings you face to face with what's real, your unbreakable essence. For the chosen ones, pain is not the end of the story. It's the beginning. It's the moment the soul awakens and starts to remember its true nature. That heartbreak, that failure, that loss, it wasn't meant to destroy you. It was meant to crack open the walls you built around yourself, to let the light of your eternal self pour in. When you embrace pain as a teacher instead of resisting it as an enemy, it transforms. It becomes a doorway, not a dead end. The chosen understand that suffering isn't random or meaningless. It's a signal that your soul is calling you to rise, to see beyond the physical, and to remember the truth of your immortality. Pain doesn't define you, it refines you, preparing you to step fully into the light of who you are. Number 8, science and spirituality converge in light. Science and spirituality may seem like opposing forces, but at their deepest levels, they point to the same truth. Light is the foundation of all existence. Quantum physics has shown that light behaves in paradoxical ways, existing both as a particle and a wave. It can act as something tangible and fixed, yet at the same time, it is fluid, infinite, and everywhere at once. This isn't just a scientific discovery, it's a blueprint for understanding your own nature as a chosen one. Your consciousness is like light. You are both physical and infinite, grounded in the experience of being human while simultaneously existing beyond it. When you walk through the world, your physical body gives you the sense of being solid, rooted in time and space. But just like light, your true self is far more dynamic. At the core of your being, you are pure energy, vibrating across dimensions, unbound by the constraints of matter or time. Quantum physics teaches us that light collapses into a particle only when it is observed, suggesting that reality itself is shaped by awareness. This aligns perfectly with the spiritual truth. Your consciousness creates your experience. When you focus your intention, you collapse infinite possibilities into a single reality. You are not just a passive observer of the universe. You are an active participant in its unfolding. This convergence of science and spirituality reveals something profound. You are a bridge between worlds. You are the stillness of the particle and the infinite potential of the wave. You are the seen and the unseen, the physical and the eternal. When you understand this, you stop seeing yourself as limited by your body or circumstances. Like light, you are everywhere and nowhere, a constant force of creation and connection. Number 9, the veil of forgetting, the divine game of rediscovery. Before you took on this human form, you agreed to forget who you truly are. This wasn't a punishment or some cosmic trick. It was a divine game, an experiment in rediscovery. The veil of forgetting was placed over your consciousness, and for a time you were to experience life as though you were separate from the infinite light you came from. But the key is that it was always temporary. This forgetting wasn't meant to trap you, it was designed to challenge you. It's through the process of forgetting and remembering that you experience the deepest growth and transformation. The human experience is a unique test, a way for your soul to rediscover its own divinity. Think of it like a treasure hunt where the treasure isn't something external but the realization of your true, immortal nature. Every moment of struggle, every moment of joy, every heartbreak or victory is a clue leading you back to the truth. The forgetting makes the rediscovery that much sweeter. Without it, there would be no challenge, no growth, and no awakening. This is the alchemy of life, the process of coming back to yourself, of realizing that you were never really lost, is what transforms the human journey into something sacred. The challenges you face, the lessons you learn, they are all part of this divine process. Every time you face doubt, every time you question your purpose, you're being given the chance to remember who you truly are. And with each remembrance, you shed another layer of illusion until you're left with the brilliant, immortal essence of your being. The veil of forgetting is not a curse, it is the catalyst for your awakening. Through this divine game, you return to the light. Number 10, reality is a hologram of your own design. The world you see, hear, and touch isn't what it seems. It's not a separate, objective reality existing outside of you. It's a hologram, a projection of your own consciousness, unfolding in response to your beliefs, thoughts, and emotions. The universe is not some random collection of events or an uncontrollable force. It is a mirror reflecting the patterns you imprint upon it. For the chosen ones, the understanding of this is transformative. What you experience as reality is yours to shape. Most people are trapped in the illusion that they are at the mercy of the world, reacting to events as if they have no control over them. But the chosen ones know the truth. Reality doesn't happen to them, it happens through them. By aligning their thoughts, intentions, and energy, they shape the world around them, not through force, but through resonance. The world is made of light and matter, yes, but it is also made of frequency. Everything vibrates, and what you align with becomes your experience. When you realize that everything you perceive is just a reflection of your internal state, you begin to understand how to influence it. It's not about pushing or struggling to manipulate things externally. It's about aligning with your divine essence and letting the universe respond to that frequency. You stop fighting against reality, and instead you become a conscious creator of it. Like bending light through a prism, you adjust your inner frequency, and the external world bends to match. The chosen ones walk this path with grace and power, understanding that they are not separate from the world, but an integral part of the cosmic dance. They move through life not as victims of circumstance, but as sovereign beings who design their reality with intention and alignment. Reality is not something that happens to you, it is something you create moment by moment. Number 11, ascension is not an escape, it's an expansion. Ascension isn't about escaping the world or retreating into some ethereal, otherworldly realm. It's about expanding beyond the limitations of the physical experience while still fully participating in it. Becoming light doesn't mean leaving behind the world or the people in it, it means transcending the boundaries that once confined you. It's the ability to walk through life, not as a victim of circumstance, but as an empowered creator who radiates divine energy into every interaction, turning even the most mundane moments into opportunities for transformation. The chosen ones understand that ascension is not a flight from reality, but a deeper engagement with it. Ascension is the process of expanding your consciousness, aligning it with the eternal truth of who you are. It's about becoming the light you always were, but in a way that deeply impacts the world around you. Ascension means integrating the divine into the human experience, being fully present in this physical world while remembering that your true nature is infinite and unbound. This isn't about escaping the pain, the struggles, or the challenges of the world. It's about seeing them for what they truly are, opportunities to grow and expand in ways that weren't possible before. The chosen ones don't run from difficulty. They meet it with grace and awareness, knowing that each moment is an opportunity to shine brighter. Every action, no matter how simple, becomes a way to channel light and love into the world, transforming the ordinary into the extraordinary. Ascension isn't a rejection of the world, it's an invitation to see and experience it from a higher perspective. It's not about leaving the human experience behind. It's about embracing it fully, with the knowledge that you are both human and divine. Through this expanded awareness, you turn everything you do into a beacon of transformation, inspiring others to rise to the same realization that we are all divine, and the world is our stage to illuminate. Number 12, the ultimate truth: you were always immortal. Immortality isn't a goal to be attained or a future state to strive for. It's not something you work toward, it's the truth of who you've always been. The idea that you need to achieve immortality or become enlightened is a misconception. For the chosen ones, immortality is not an arrival, but a remembrance. You were never separate from the light, you were always the light. The journey from human to light isn't about changing or transforming into something new. It's about remembering what you've always been beneath the layers of physicality and illusion. Think about it. The soul doesn't die. The body may age and break down, but the essence of who you are cannot be destroyed. It is eternal, a part of the infinite fabric of existence that transcends time and space. This isn't some abstract spiritual concept. It's a living, breathing reality. The chosen ones don't need to become something greater because they already are. They simply wake up to the truth that they've always been divine, eternal, and unbreakable. The process of remembering isn't a process of becoming something new. It's the peeling away of everything that isn't true about who you are. It's shedding the false beliefs, the limiting identities, and the fears that you've taken on. When you drop those layers, you don't become light. You realize that you've always been light. You've just forgotten. Immortality isn't a reward, it's your birthright. The illusion of death is simply a veil that hides the truth of your eternal nature. The chosen ones wake up from the dream, remembering that they were never born and they will never die. They are the light, always radiant, always alive, and always part of the infinite. In the end, the journey you're on is not about becoming something you're not. It's about remembering who you've always been. You're not a mere human searching for divinity. You are divine light experiencing humanity. Every challenge, every moment of pain, every breakthrough is part of the grand process of rediscovery, of shedding the illusions that cloud your true essence. The chosen ones understand that they are not bound by time or space, not defined by their bodies or pasts. They are eternal, and their light, though temporarily veiled, can never be extinguished. Your immortality isn't a distant promise, it's the essence of who you are right now. The human experience is a chapter in a timeless story, a fleeting moment in an infinite existence. And as you awaken to this truth, you begin to bend reality itself, to reshape the world around you through the power of your light. Ascension isn't an escape. It's the expansion of your awareness, the remembrance of the divinity you've always embodied. You are the bridge between the physical and the spiritual, the human and the divine. So remember this: you were never meant to become light. You were always light. Every moment, every thought, every breath is a chance to align more deeply with the truth of your immortal self. The world isn't something to escape from, but something to transform with the brilliance of your presence. You are both human and divine, both part of the story and the storyteller. The veil has lifted, and now it's time to live as the radiant being you've always been. If this journey of awakening and transformation resonated with you, don't let it end here. hit that subscribe button and join us as we continue to explore the infinite truth of who you really are. By subscribing, you'll become part of a community of conscious beings who are waking up to their divine essence and expanding beyond the limits of the ordinary. Together we'll shine brighter, grow stronger, and unlock the secrets of the universe. So go ahead, subscribe now, and let's continue this powerful journey of remembrance. The light within you is waiting to be shared with the world.